Good evening and welcome to my Tuesday night live. So of course, as usual, I've got my cards here at the ready. Won't be doing them just yet. So as you know, if you watch me most Tuesdays or every Tuesday, if you do, I'll bring my ticker up across the bottom when I am doing the free readings. Hi Jen, how are you doing? Lovely. Nice to see you on here. I've got a few bits to talk about tonight, kind of chit chat, questions to ask you guys, get you all interacting in as well. Going back into last week's topic of past lives. And some of you that are in my free members group might have seen that my most recent module on my past life course, I scored 100%. Woohoo! So yeah, I'm getting ever nearer to being fully qualified in doing that, and not just the past life regression, but also the past life healing. And that will be coming in the next couple of months as a package. So yay. Hi Jan, good evening, how are you doing? Jen's got some good news. Ooh, I am intrigued. So of course, if you're watching, pop me a little hello. I'm going to be talking past lives again today, so going more into my personal past lives, asking you guys about your past lives if you know anything about it. I've got the cards as usual. I'll be doing the cards as well, and just having a good old chit chat as we do on a usual Tuesday night. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to log on, make sure it's shared to where it needs to be. Turn down the volume. There we go. Let's just make sure it's. How can I share it out? It's not letting me share it now. I'm going to try and share it to the members group, and then everyone in the members group can see it as well. So just keeping an eye on the comments, waiting on some of you to pop on. Pop on, say hello. Do not be shy. Hannah, lovely, you're here. How are you doing? Let's have a look and see. There I am. Okay, let's share me into the group. There we go. Post that in there as well. So, yep, I'm live. And, oh, I had a delivery today. My new business cards came, which I was excited about. So there they are. They're kind of like the banner that's on the top of my my page in my group and whatnot. So it's on there. Emma, how are you doing? I was thinking about you today, actually, in a non-strange way, obviously. But we need to catch up, definitely. How are you? Laura's on. I'm very well. How are you doing? All my sisters on. Hello. We've got Hannah. We've got Ruth on. So lots of you popping on as well. I've got lots of exciting things to tell you about as well, because I have got a new offering for you. Well, actually, it's kind of the same as what I did offer, but with a bit of a twist, and it's more accessible, easier for you guys, and very, very exciting. So yes, I have got, we've got Vicky, you're on. How are you doing? So Vicky was our lovely winner last week who won this month's free 30-minute one-to-one reading. So I'm going to be giving one of those away every month on the first Friday. What am I talking about? The first Tuesday of every month. Someone is going to win that free one-to-one 30-minute reading. So shall we just jump straight into it? I'm going to bring the ticker up so you guys know. Actually, where's my... I haven't got my little pictures up. There we go. I thought I felt a bit naked there. So I have got my cards. So shall we bring the ticker up? We'll do a couple of readings. Okay, and then when the ticker comes down, when that ticker's not there, it means at that point in time, I'm not doing readings. I'll be waffling about something else. But then I will be back to do some more readings after I've waffled about one thing or another. So we've got Pat, you're on. How are you doing, my lovely? So I'm going to start doing some reading. If you want a reading, don't be shy. Just be polite. Let me know. If you are on my lives quite often and you get readings quite a lot, I would love to read for you. I'll see who else comments. But if I've got any newbies or anyone that I haven't read for in a while, Charlotte, you're on. Hello, lovely. So Jen wants to see if I pick up on your good news. Okay, let's have a look. Jen, I've gone for the small cards for you. They look a bit grubby. I have had them for a while. Actually, if I'm being completely honest, I have had these cards for probably about 12 years, I think, and I use them a hell of a lot. So they're like, yeah, there we go. So lots of comments coming in. I'm just going to put some cards down for Jen. And also don't forget, if you want to, you can go to the website there. You can book your own private readings on there as well. You can book your one-to-ones, which I do have a discount code for you for a one-to-one tonight. So I did put out a discount code for the 60-minute one-to-one a couple of weeks ago, and tonight I'm going to give you a discount code for the 30-minute one-to-one. So if you've either got a smaller budget or a smaller amount of time on your schedule, you will be able to book in the 30-minute one a little bit cheaper. So going back to Jen, so let's bring up so I know who I'm reading for. Okay, so Jen, for you, I've picked out, you've got the Queen of Pentacles here. You've got the Three of Wands in reverse. And you've also got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what I'm picking up on here, Jen, is I've got two things, actually. I want to go into family and family circumstance and what's going on there. But also, I'm very drawn to your health. Something either within the gut or sort of definitely within this area here. But what I'm feeling is pulling into a date, something positive happening kind of April, May time for you, definitely. Over the next 3 months, I'm feeling that things are going to become clearer than they already are at the minute. But what I'm seeing here is rather than watching people go, I'm seeing you watching people coming in. So if you've got any kind of visitors come in, anyone coming to stay, I'll be very aware of that over the next 3 months. Maybe that's something that will come to your knowledge, if not already. However, what I'm seeing here is like I'm seeing the tables turning, and rather than you feeling like you need to support everyone else, you're going to have people around you to support you. But going back into your health here, I do feel like there's some sort of finance involved around your health, whether obviously I'm not saying you're getting paid to be poorly, because that would be daft, but for some reason I feel like it's generating perhaps some sort of funding, or something is able to be paid for in regards to your health. There's some sort of financial and health kind of correlation there. Let me know in the comments, because I'm very, very intrigued. But I'm definitely seeing things like kind of the family side of things coming together, but then this kind of this good vibe, good news where your health is concerned. So that is for you, my lovely. So let's have a look. A few of you popped on now as well. We've got, so again, I'm going to pick out who's, oh yay, I got it. Woo! Oh yay. I'm on a roll, Jen, every time for you. Jen is one of my lovely, lovely followers, and she is absolutely great. And oh my goodness, I've just caught a big draft. Hello? Oh, that was a bit spooky. Literally, I felt a big, big cold draft coming in then. Felt like someone's opened the door, and the door shouldn't be open because the door is locked and the keys are right here next to me. So that's very, very odd. After all the treatments, we're pain levels. Yay! There we go. Okay, so who are we? Right, let's have a look. Okay, Ruth, I've not pulled for you for a while, so let's pull some cards for you. I'm going to go back in with the small ones here for you as well, my lovely. So let's have a look. Jen, I'm just reading your comments as well. That's incredible. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Really, really genuinely am. Oh, yay. Oh, I'm so glad. Right, so Ruth, for you, my lovely, let's have a look. Okay. Oh, okay, more cards come out than I was expecting then. So you've got the Seven of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. But then you've also got the King of Swords, and then you've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse there. I'm feeling like for you that what I want to say to you, Ruth, is that you're focusing on one thing, but actually I feel like there's something better going on there that you're not actually seeing it. And it's almost like you can't see the wood for the trees, as the saying goes. And looking at this, especially with this one, I feel like, oh, the light's reflecting. You've got all of this stuff going on here, but I feel like you're seeing stuff in a way you're thinking, oh, this is never going to happen for me, or I've not got any of that, or nothing's going to come from this. When in actual fact, kind of similar to this one, where she's there, I don't know if you can see because of the light. There we go. Maybe. She's got all these coins on one side, but she's so focused on this side here. I feel like your focus is in the wrong place, And especially looking here, you've got a lot of kind of solar plexus chakra coming in with the throat chakra there as well. And what I'm feeling here is maybe you are aware of these things, but perhaps you don't kind of feel like you can access it, or you can do it, or you can be there or go there, or whatever it is. And I feel like there is a confidence thing here. But if something is kind of calling to you, don't talk yourself out of it, and don't tell yourself like, no, I can't do that. Because looking at your cards here, I feel like you need to just kind of either think outside the box or acknowledge what is outside that box if you've already seen it. It just feels like you need to come out of your comfort zone, embrace what's there, because I'm almost getting like a worry and like a heaviness in my chest, and maybe a fear of things maybe have gone wrong in the past or how things have felt before. And I feel like for you going forward, just to have that kind of a leap of faith in yourself and what you can do. And I definitely feel like between now and July is your timeline with these cards, and just having that confidence to go forward and to really just step into what I think deep down you know you can do it, but you're just talking yourself out of it. So hopefully that makes some sense for you. But definitely between now and July, things will look up for you, but only if you step into it yourself. So lots of cards coming up. Let's have a little, lots of comments as well. Fred, you're on. Hello, how are you doing? Right, Charlotte, let's pull for you, my lovely. Okay, Ruth says thank you, understand that. Fab. Okay, so Charlotte, for you, let's pull. I'm going to go in with one of the small cards, but I want to go in with two of the big cards. Okay. Right, so the small card, you've got the Death in Reverse card there. And then the big cards, you've got 8 of Cups in reverse. And then you've got the 7 of Swords. Oh, Beth, you're on. Hello, Possum. So for you, Charlotte, what I'm seeing here is where the Death card is concerned, I feel like it's not something, there's not a new chapter coming, but something that you've been waiting on. And I feel like it's almost, you've been waiting on it for so long, and then it's come along, and now it's like, is it too good to be true? Is this real? Is it going to fall back? Like, is something going to happen here? Because I'm feeling like I'm also picking up on health stuff for you as well, which I'll come to in a minute. But I feel like for you in this one, with the 7 of Swords, I definitely kind of, I want to go back to July last year for you as well. I feel like this is your timeline. Oh my goodness. Right, Charlotte, before I go any further, what is going on with your throat or your chest or like the back of your mouth? I feel like I can't, I'm almost like I'm gasping and my throat's like filling up with stuff, and it's almost as if my throat's closing. It's horrible. Hang on, bear with me. What I'm going to say to you before I go back into those cards, where health is concerned, I'm definitely picking up on a lot of tightness and heaviness, like here, to a point it's almost making me dizzy. I'm assuming this is something you're already aware of, but what I would say is, I'm just trying to see if there's any guidance from the cards on that one. Let me pick one card to go from that. Oh my goodness, I've just read your asthma, life-threatening attacks. Oh wow, Joe, I could feel that. It was literally as if my throat, I don't know what asthma is like, I've never suffered with it, but literally my throat felt like it just like closed up and it was all like stuck together. It was horrible. I've pulled the card I've pulled out for you is the one I've just pulled for Ruth. So where health is concerned, I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on with you health wise, but I think one of your troubles is where your health is concerned, that you do have a certain diagnosis or something going on, that when you go to get seen about something else, they'll just say to you, oh, that's just because you've got this. So I think what I want to say to you in terms of health is not to get fobbed off just because you've got other health conditions. I feel like they need to get to the root of that problem and not just pin it on, you've only got this because you've got that as well, because that's not the way it should be going. They need to be looking into that further. But with this, I feel like I'm now getting pains like down into the chest, and really it's almost like a pressure, and I feel like it's almost, rather than the asthma itself, this to me feels more like it's an anxiety thing and maybe like a worry of this happening again. But what I want to do, going back into your cards that I was talking about before, this thing coming back around again, I feel like it's already come around, but not the same thing, just something similar. And going into your July there, I feel like this, I'm saying thing, I want to go more into person. This person came into your life around about September time, and I feel like it's kind of, you're wary of being in the same situation as you've been in before, but I can tell you now that you will not be in that situation again that you've been in before. And with this one, I feel like there's, I'm trying to think of the way to word it. Almost like you've been through trouble with people in the past, and I feel like you're kind of putting yourself forward based on that trouble from before. So what I want to say to you is not to worry about this thing repeating itself again, because you've got new people around you and people that have got your best interests at heart. And I feel like the people that are around you at the minute are the people that are meant to be there. And also where your health is concerned, I feel like the people that are around you right now have changed in the past sort of 6 months or so, and that's because you need them in your life to get through the health stuff that you're going through. Not just because of that, because obviously they're there for other reasons, but I feel like the person or people that are around you closest at the minute is there to support you through your health and your troubles, not by way of nursing obviously, but just to be there for you, for that kind of emotional and really strong support. But for you, definitely health wise, I feel like going into don't let them fob you off and tell you it's linked to everything else, because I feel like there is another route there that could be looked into. So let's have a look and see who else we've got. I will be doing more cards, so if I haven't got to you this time, I'll be chatting about all sorts of other stuff, and then I will come back to doing some cards again this evening. Right, Jade, I'm very, very drawn to you, so I'm gonna pull for you, lovely. Okay. And then once I've pulled for Jade, I'm gonna go Reese. I'm very, very drawn to you, so let's do for Reese afterwards. Okay, so Jade, for you, you've got the Tower there, you've got the Four of Pentacles, and then you've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So looking at this one, I feel like you're almost either between decisions, or you're kind of at a point where it's a case of, do you stay or do you move forward with things? And what I'm seeing here over the next 4 months, what I feel is, rather than making any hasty decisions, I feel like you've got up until May that you can kind of draw things out before you do make a choice. So looking at this one, the Four of Pentacles, this is saying to me, I feel like, especially where finances are concerned, you've got some time to really think about what you're going to do in the next, like, towards the rest of the year, because looking at kind of April, May time, that's when financially things for you are going to kick in a bit more. But I do feel for you that where money and work is concerned, I want to say almost like if you are working at the minute, or if you're thinking of doing something, make sure it's something that you genuinely do enjoy, and it's not just something that you tell yourself that you enjoy, or you kind of come to a point where you think, well, I've got nothing else to do, like, so I may as well do that. Because I feel like for you, work-wise, you need to be doing something where you're genuinely passionate about it. You do get a lot out of it, because looking at this one here, I feel like when you're doing something like that, you need to be in a role that you're not being told what to do so much. So even if it is a role working amongst other people, I would be keen to say that for you, something more independent, or something where you're more of a superior, you're not kind of being managed by someone else. Because work-wise for you, I feel like you would work better kind of either on your own or kind of independently working on something that you can get passionate about, that someone else isn't going to muddle up ideas in there. But looking at this one, that kind of, should I stay or should I go, or what should I do there? I'm just going to pull one more card for you. Okay, again, this one's giving me, I've got April there for a date. I almost get a feeling of like, you're feeling committed, that you've kind of stuck at something for so long, And it's a case, I think that's that worry of, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay with what's familiar, or do I go forward into something that's completely new, that's just going to change things? But I would be keen to maybe, I don't want to give you an answer for that right now, but I feel like come April time, your answer will come about. So what I'm saying to you, the answer right now is don't make any hasty decisions on anything, whether it's work or money or kind of anything at all. Don't make any hasty decisions unless it's absolutely necessary until nearer to April time. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense right now, sit on it for a couple of weeks and it should make a bit more sense. So what I've got next, I'm going to take the ticker down because I'm going to do one last reading and go into some other stuff. So Reese, I was going to pull for you. Jay, you're on. Hello. Stephanie, hello. Dawn, you're on. Lovely. Carly, you've just joined us. Hello, hello. Right, okay, so Reese for you. I'm going to do this one for Reese, and then I am going to tell you guys some other bits, and then I will do some more readings as well. So don't go anywhere. If I haven't got to you this time, I will be doing a few more readings throughout this evening. So Reese, for you, you've got the Three of Wands in reverse. You've got the Ace of Pentacles, and you've also got the King of Pentacles who's in reverse. So looking at this one, Reese, I feel like for you, over the next 3 months, so between now and I suppose like nearing the end of March, I'd say that things are going to become clearer to you. Anything that you've been curious about recently, or anything that you've kind of been wanting to say or to either look into, or anything you want to find out about, I'm seeing that these 3 months are the time to start digging and looking into things. So again, you've also got the finance cards there as well, but I feel like it's something that you're interested in because you are genuinely interested in, not because it's just something that needs to be done. But what I would say is do your research into these things and see what else is about, see what your options are. And then when the time comes towards kind of March, April time, what I would say there is then you'll be more informed on the decisions that you can make. Because at the minute, I feel like were you to make a decision right now, come the next sort of 3-4 months, you'll probably sit there and think, right, this isn't what I thought it would be. Or you're going to get to a point where you're going to jump into it now, and then that far down the line, something will come about that's an offer that you would probably have rather have done than what you're doing at the minute. So similar to what I'd said to Jade there, just kind of hang in there. But for you, Reese, my advice to you would be to research things, to look into it, to almost do your own kind of pre-work before you get into doing whatever this is. So it could be about anything. If it's like a house move, if it's about a job, if it's about kind of not a person, that seems a bit stalkery. Maybe that's your thing, I don't know. But what I would say is kind of just researching in. So whether the area or place is like a relevant thing, looking at lots of different factors, really. If it's to do with work or some sort of training or something that you want to join, research into it, because I genuinely feel like where we're at now, and this is kind of for everyone, I would say that we're probably going to be in a lockdown until March. I reckon this lockdown that we're in right now is going to be extended, and I think this is going to give us all time for that food for thought. So for you, Reese, and for anyone else watching, use this time. If you are at home, if you're furloughed, or if you're not working, or if you're not able to work, I would use this time to just add to your knowledge already. And then that means when we can get back to, and I'm not going to say normal life because it's not going to go back to normal life, but when we can resume doing what we're doing, we're going to be more informed. We're going to know more things, and we're going to be able to utilize that knowledge to do a lot more with it as well. So there we go. That's for you. Right, Gemma, hello, lovely. So Gemma's asking, how much is it for a reading? I do lots of different kinds of readings, and actually this is what I'm going to come to. So thank you for asking that question, because I do have a couple of bits to tell you. I'm going to save that discount code for the end because I want to tell you guys something else, but there is a discount code coming for the 30-minute one-to-one. Jade says that makes absolute sense. Got goosebumps. Thank you so much. I'm glad it made sense to you, because I felt like I was waffling a little bit and I was getting confused. But the fact that it made sense to you is all that matters. So that is excellent. So back to Gemma's question. So up here, that's my website, www.anavea.co.uk. You can go on there there's a tab at the top if you're on a desktop, or if you're on a mobile device, there's 3 lines for the menu, and it's got guidance and readings. And then it's got a drop down of the different readings that you can have. So you can book one-to-ones with me. You used to be able to book mini card readings, but I'm going to tell you about that in a second. And there's projections. There's lots of different kinds of readings. So depending on what you want, obviously the price will differ there. But you've got a Taroscope that you can get from $3.99 up to a 60-minute one-to-one that will obviously cost you a lot more than that. But there's lots there for different needs and different budgets. But going into my my new little offering, what I'm going to do, shall I do a screen share? I feel fancy. Let me do a screen share. Actually, let me show you. Shall I show you the website, and then I can show you where to go? Okay, so let's put me in the corner. I'm not baby, so it's fine. I can go in the corner. That was really cheesy. Okay, so you can see, okay, I'm like over here. So you can see here, this is my website. So if you click onto here, oh, Claire, you're on. Hello, lovely. How are you doing? Gemma, you are very, very welcome. Okay, so here on my website, this is my homepage. And you can scroll down, and here you can join my free members group if you're not already in there. You can book a guidance reading, or you can join my Soul Circle tribe, which I absolutely will be telling you about tonight, because if you are not in my Soul Circle, you should be in there. Scroll down a bit more, it tells you a bit more here and a bit more information. That's the homepage. But if you go back up, you've got the menu, which again will be across the top, or you'd have the 3 tabs. So here you can find out a bit more about me, what I do. Phoenix Rising, that's if you have an intuitive, spiritual, or holistic business, you can click onto that. And you've got testimonials. There'll be a lot of your names on there. More, you've got all bits there. Tarot and Oracle design. If you really, really want to, and you want a bit of a heavy reading, you can go to my T's and C's and privacy policy. If you can't sleep at night, then that's the place to go. But looking back at the website, so for the guidance and readings, the drop-down menu here, you've obviously got Soul Circle, which I will be telling you about. Then you can click either book a reading and see what's on there, or you've got this list here if you already know what you want. If you don't quite know what you want, then you can click on book a reading. This will take you to this page, and this bit will be getting changed, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. But on here, you can see I've got all these different kind of readings, different questions there. Then you've got your one-to-one video call reading. I also do intuitive business guidance sessions as well. So if you do run your own business, if you're self-employed, there's a reading there for you that will go more in depth for you from a business perspective rather than a personal perspective, because I do also do business mentorship as well. So that will be tied in with an actual reading and the business mentorship bits on there. So back to kind of how do you book a reading, and what am I talking about? Why am I saying I'll tell you about all this? So when you go to mini card reading, which most of you know was the 5-card reading that is typed up and sent to you via PDF. So click on read more. This will take you to this page. And as you can see here, you've got mini card reading. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to refresh that because it's not, I jazzed this up. There we go. That's what we want. Okay, so they're now called recorded card readings. So kind of something in my head thought a mini card reading doesn't really tell you it's as valuable as it is, because it doesn't sound like you're getting as much. But also I've changed the format. So with these, you used to get a typed up PDF with, and I know there's quite a lot of you watching that have had these. So you used to get the typed up PDF, but actually what I'm doing now is, instead of a typed PDF, you will get a downloadable voice recording, which you can listen to. You can be out and about on a walk. You can listen to it. It'd be easier for you to save you reading it all. You can just listen to me. And then what you can do then is you can add a readable transcript PDF onto that if you do want it typed. But I thought for ease of access for you, and also Another factor that I decided to do them recorded rather than typed is, as you can imagine, doing the typed ones and formatting them all and whatnot does take quite some time, which meant that that was really affecting the turnaround on me being able to get these out to you. And there was a delay on those. So for me to be able to do a voice recording makes them much faster for you guys, meaning that when you order them, the kind of processing time, as it were, does become a lot quicker, and it's just quicker and easier to do. But then also I can get my point across a lot better for you in a reading rather than just typing it all out and having to go back and spell check and whatnot. It's there for you. So you can choose from 1 topic, 2 topics, or 3 topics. Obviously, additional topics will cost you a bit extra. And all you need to do is you just scroll down, choose the topic that you want. Obviously, the prices are there. It starts from $24.99, and they are fairly comprehensive. You can either choose from general topics, as you can see here, or you can add your own specific situation that you would like clarity on. But I will say, obviously, anything financial, health, or legal related, I will do readings, but please do always seek professional guidance and advice on the matter of that. No one's too late for a reading, that's right. So when my little ticker comes up on the bottom and it says doing readings right now, that's when they're up. Claire says she's going to need a 1-to-1. I'll pop onto that page and I'll show you. A Reese, my lovely, you are very, very welcome. Let's have a look. Who else have we got? Kira. That's all right, ladies. Do not worry. I will be doing readings in a minute. Steph says that's a great idea. Pat says that sounds great. Thank you. Well, I thought it'd just be easier for you. And plus, if you don't want to sit down and spend ages reading a reading, you can listen to it. And it's kind of like, I was almost thinking I prefer to listen to an audiobook. So I thought it'd be nicer to have your reading via voice. There we go. Claire says, I think I need a full MOT. You, my dear, want to book in for the 60-minute 1-to-1 then in that case. So if you do want the 1-to-1 to hell, let's do it now. Okay, I'm going to give you the code now. So if you go to the guidance readings, go back to book a reading, and you come down there. Projection readings I'm not offering at the minute. They're not in stock. Who's this? Hello? Hello? Oh, I think it's a Levi. Yes, hello. 2 seconds. I'll hunting for snacks. So where was I? Yes, the 1-to-1s. Right, I am going to put up, let me just check that these coupons are still valid, because I do want to tell you the right ones. 60 minutes. Oh, okay. There is coupons, and I think, right, there's a 60-minute coupon and there is a 30-minute coupon. So the 30-minute coupon is going to give you £10 off, and the 60-minute coupon is going to give you 20%. So not £20, 20%. So that will take, hang on, my maths isn't good. 70. It's going to take about £15 off. So it's not terrible. So if you want a, let's have a look. There it is, guides 10. If you want to book the 30-minute 1-to-1, let me just go to, there we are. Okay, so you can click on this one, and just again making it clear, it's not a mediumship reading. So if you want to connect with a loved one that's passed away, I would absolutely not book this reading with me, because I don't do them anymore. But there are plenty other mediums out there who you can book with. I'm not going to name one in particular. There we go. Carly says that appeals more to me. There we go. So not having to read. Excellent. Trudy, that's me. Yeah, me in the corner. I like it. Lots of you say it's a good idea to do the voice ones. Oh, good. Because I wasn't sure if there were going to be a yes or a no. But then I was like, well, actually, it's easier. And I was speaking to someone today, and they were like, I'd prefer to listen to it rather than have to read it all. There we go. Vicky says, recommend the 1-to-1. Means, oh, bless you. Thank you so much. So with the 1-to-1s here, I'm going to pop it in the comments. Actually, I'm going to put a banner up. Okay, so for £10 off a 30-minute 1-to-1, the code is guide 10. That's all in capitals. There you go. Okay, so that should come through. And then let me just get you the code for the 60 minutes, which is where is it? Where's it gone? Okay.
Mommy, I want to drink milk.
Okay, I'll come and get you one. Up to bed, and then I'll get you one in a minute. 60 minutes 20. Okay.
I want icy milk.
I will get you icy milk. I promise. Okay, right. Bless him. I love him so much. Okay, and then for 20% off a 60 min 1-to-1, code is. There you go. Okay. So there we go. So you've got the £10 off code for a 30-minute 1-to-1, and there's the 20% off code for a 60-minute 1-to-1. The 60-minute 1-to-1. Oh, let me just close the door a second, otherwise you're going to hear Fireman Sam. There we go. So yes, if you don't quite want a 1-to-1, you can now book the recorded readings, and they will have a quicker turnaround time. So that is great. And you can book your own situation or topic in general, depending on what you fancy. Steph says, don't need to book me, don't wear a hat. Why have you held off, Steph? Why? No, I'm joking. Whenever you are ready, lovely. So yes, obviously, because I am having to homeschool at the minute and things are a bit crazy, I am more limited now than usual. But I do have some time slots on there. More so, evenings are not as open as they used to be at the minute. But that is because I have got my soul circle, which I'm going to show you my soul circle. Not all of it. I could show you a tease. So this page on the website, again, go into that guidance and readings. This is at the top. And to join my soul circle, it is growing and growing, and it's going to continue to grow with all of it in there. So here, what's included, you get Soul Circle Hub access, you get guidance for the month ahead, you get guidance for the week ahead, weekly oracle card readings where you can choose from one of 3 cards and it will reveal. You get daily affirmations, live videos, access to my whole library of meditation content. So on the website, if you were to buy them individually, it's £17 per meditation. But on the Soul Circle Hub, you get access to every meditation that I do. So that's there for your perusal. You get first look information, early access to ticketed events. You get access to the Soul Circle members only community chat. And also, starting from next month, we're going to have a Soul Circle members only meditation class each month as well. And not only that, as you can see here, Soul Circle members get an exclusive 25% discount on everything. So whether that's 1-to-1s, whether that is healing sessions, whether that is readings, whether it is classes, anything, my Soul Circle members get 25% off. And it's a nice space to be. You get all the guidance and you've got the library. I'm going to be adding a lot more in there. So what my aim is with Soul Circle is to help my members in there. I like to call them my tribe because they are my tribe. My aim is to help them grow their confidence and their intuition. So I'm just going to take my big screen down a minute. I'll take that off for a sec. So with Soul Circle, I really, really want to just grow everyone's confidence in there, get them being able to tap into their own intuition and reaching things on a higher level. And I've got my lovely ladies in there who are already members and have been there for a while. And yeah, Carly, if you're not checked, you need to get on the hub. So in the Soul Circle, the members Facebook group, Carly, there's a link on there to create your members hub account. Tell you what, Shall I show you guys the hub? I'm not going to show you all of it because it's secret territory, obviously. So what I can show you is if you click here to join the Soul Circle, and it's taken me to another page. So I'm going to stop that, and it's going to add me into, let's have a screen share into, I'm going to show you the page that you see when you're not a member because I don't want to spoil it for everyone. So let's have a, I think is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. That is not the page. That's not the right page. That's Phoenix Rising. That's the secret. You shouldn't be seeing that page. Awkward. All right, let's have a stop that screen. I will find the right screen, I promise. Okay, is it this one? Please be this one. No, it is not that one. Right, I'll get there eventually. Share screen. Ah, that's why, because I wasn't scrolling down enough. Okay, right, I think maybe this is the one. Actually, I don't think it is. I don't know which one it is. Right, tell you what, I'm just going to share the whole app window. Okay, so you're going to see the back end and we're StreamYard now. That sounds a bit naughty, doesn't it? Right, so if I click into here, you should be able to see this. So when you have not joined yet as a Soul Circle member, this is what you'll be able to see. So you won't get the intro video and everything there. You'll just get this hub, and these are all the modules that are in there, all the different bits that you get, and it's all going to be added to. There's all the meditation library. There's also my Calm the Mind, Soothe the Soul 5-day challenge content in there. You can watch some of my shows on playback, which I'm going to be adding to. And I'm going to be adding some mini courses in here as well. Discord chat channel, Facebook group for the members, tarot card guidance, which you get guidance for every month and every week. That's all in there. Dates for your diary, which means obviously exclusive members only. I'm going to take that off now. Exclusive members only stuff that you can book onto is in there. So the first Soul Circle meditation class will be running the first Monday of February, and that's in there. There we go. Corey saying, yeah, you want to check that out, getting in there. So the Soul Circle, how much is it? Okay, so let me just tell you, when you join Soul Circle, it is an ongoing monthly membership. However, there's no contract. You can leave when you want to, although I would like to hope that you wouldn't leave. But you're not tied into anything, so you can hop out of it when you need to. However, when you join, your membership will stay at that price for as long as you are a member. If you leave and come back at a later date and the price has changed, obviously you will pay that price then on. But what I can tell you is as the Soul Circle grows, the price will go up as well, and it already has. So I've got members in there who were my absolute founding members, and they have got a steal. Full price right now for joining the Soul Circle membership is an absolutely massive, whopping £27 a month. However, because this month has been a bit of a shit month, and I know everyone could do with a bit more guidance, and because I just really want to grow the Soul Circle community, what I'm offering you here is £10 off your monthly membership. So if you use the code 10 off when you're joining Soul Circle, that will take your monthly membership down to just £17 a month, which is an absolute bargain. I don't know what's going on with my comments now. There we go. So, lots of comments. Looks good. Looks fab. Thank you. So, yeah, you can get on that for just £17 a month, which is nothing, considering that's how much it would cost you for one meditation. And you've got a whole library in there. You've also got access to my bonus audios, which is like my intuitive visualization one and my chakra alignment and grounding one as well. You've got worksheets in there. There's actually quite a lot more in there because those modules that I showed you on the side, there's stuff within that, within other stuff, and that's just going to be added to. There you go. Pat says it's brilliant in there. So you can work through it. It's going to be added to. And my main aim is to offer guidance in the Soul Circle, but to also offer confidence in you and growing your own intuition as well, if that's something that you do want to do. If you don't want to grow your own intuition, but you just want the guidance, then you can just be in there and take it as you will. So definitely, if you want to join the Soul Circle, I would love to have you. And there is another aspect to it as well, which means that you could potentially get your Soul Circle membership for free. So within that, we have an affiliate program for our Soul Circle members, which means each member has their own affiliate little bit on the hub, and they share the specific link when Kira, did I miss mine? I'm not doing readings just now, Kira, but I will be in a little bit. I will be doing them when I bring my little reading ticker up. I will be. So Soul Circle affiliate program, that means that when you share your affiliate link, if anyone joins using that link, you get 10% of their joining fee, which means potentially if you use your link and 10 people sign up, that's your membership paid for. You get it for free. That's like obviously that month, but then you'll get that, and it's quite good. It's not like a pyramid scheme, definitely not, but it's just a nice little thank you and a give back from me to you, like a recommend a friend kind of thing. But as I say, you get 10% of whatever they join at. So if you recommend someone and they join at £17 with the code, you'll get £1.70. And then that deal, let me just say, is only on this month. So that will expire on the 31st of January. 30 days, half September, April, June. Yeah, there is 30 days and 31 days in January, so that's good. So from February the 1st, that will just be £27 from then on. And if someone had joined at that, you get £2.70. So it just adds up and you can have it like that. That's a little gift from me to you. But lots of you saying you'd like to join. Absolutely. I would recommend you join before the 1st of Feb, because then you get that code, because I will promise you now, it will never, ever, ever be £17 to join again, ever. But lots will be added to it. So I will come back to the Soul Circle because I could just rant and rave about that all day. But I am going to give you guys some readings again. So don't forget as well, we've got the for the one-to-ones, you've got the £10 off the 30-minute one-to-one. The code is guide10, and for 20% off the one-to-one, the 60-minute, it is, there we go, the code is 60mins20. So that's there for you guys. So the code for so down the bottom, the code for the Soul Circle to join, Claire's asking what's the code. Down there, the code that you would add in is 10 off, so in capitals. Can I do a screen share? Actually, let me do one more screen share and I will show you exactly how you can join. So if you go into application, okay, let's do this. So we're back on my website here. So you're on the Soul Circle page. You can scroll down, you can click here to join the Soul Circle. I was aware at one point, let me refresh it. I was aware at one point that the link wasn't working, and I did send out a little whoops message. So click here to join the Soul Circle. Oh, I'm already in it, obviously. Let me show you this one. So it would take you to this page. You would click on Become a Soul Circle member, and it comes up here. You can either pay for the year if you want to, but there's not a code on that one, so that wouldn't take it down for you. So I would not touch the annual one just yet, but you click on this one, payment options, £27 a month. You obviously put your name and email in. Coupon code here, you literally just enter 10 and then capitals off. And as you can see, it takes it from 27 down to 17. And you can either do it by card or by PayPal. And you can read all of the agreement there. And then you just click that and then click pay. And then it will take you to set that up. And then that will just come out the same date every month. And like I say, you can cancel at any time if you want to. You're not tied into a contract. So it's not big and nasty and scary. So that is Soul Circle. I will come back to that. And I am going to talk about past lives tonight. I will talk about past lives, but I'm going to do some more reading. So let's bring up my little ticker banner there. And Kira, I am going to, where you are? There you are. I'm going to pull for you. Okay, so hello? Yes?
Will I tell you to get...
Oh, yes. Yeah, your milk. Okay. Right, Kira, I'm going to pull your card and then I'm going to go and get his milk and then I will, I'll be back to pull more cards. Right, I'll do this and then I'll get your milk and then I will bring it. I'm so sorry. All right, go and get in the bed comfy then. I love you. He's a little tinker, isn't he? Right, okay, so Kira, let's have a look. Okay. Right. So I'm going to be here until what we on now? Oh, it's 25 to 10. I'll probably be here. Probably be on for another hour yet. So if you haven't got a card yet, don't worry. I'll be here for a while. So Kira, for you, you've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. You've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles there. Got lots of Pentacles coming out tonight as well. What I want to say to you, Kira, is it looks like, I feel like for you, there is some sort of block in the road for you financially. And whether it's kind of juggling one thing and having to do something else instead, or maybe someone perhaps is telling you that you shouldn't be doing something. What I would say is, it looks there. I feel like it's manageable to do both. But it just seems like you're worrying about juggling and doing this and doing that. I feel like you could do both, but one of your options is going to bring in more money for you. And for some reason, I feel like you're burning yourself out doing the other thing that doesn't bring you that much money. And this one, I feel like almost like a confidence thing. Someone's almost like been whispering in your ear, telling you as if to say, oh, I don't think you should be doing that. Or I don't know. I feel like someone's just feeding you information that's not true. And this one as well, this is quite a storytelling card, and I want to go back to September for you. So anything round about September kind of time, I want to say to you that you already know in your right mind what your answer is. Do not let other people influence that for you, because I feel like people have just been assholes, to be honest. And I know that's speaking a bit frankly, but I feel like people are assholes, and you know in your mind and in your heart what you want to do, and also you know what the best option is for you and for your family. So don't be afraid to piss people off or to do stuff that people have told you not to do, because actually it's your life and you can do whatever the hell you want. But what I would say to you is stop trying to do maximum effort for minimum return, because it's not fair on you and you're not getting what you're worth. And then that means that that's taken away from you doing something that you could really enjoy there. So a lot of stuff mixed in one, but I will say to you, do things on your own terms rather than for other people is your main one there. Kirsty, Sherelle's cousin, hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and make Mr. Levi his milk before he comes and tells me off. But I will give you a minute just to chat amongst yourselves. So please feel free to say hello and greet other people in the comments and whatnot, and say hi and all of that malarkey. I'm going to just mute me though. I noticed I muted myself and I was still waffling then. What an idiot. If you want to browse the website or chat amongst yourselves, please do. I'll literally be 2 seconds while I go and get this little boy's milk. I can see how many people are watching. I'm going to know how many people have left by the time I get back. So I promise I will be as quick as possible. Oh, wow. There's more people watching now than there was when I left. Maybe I should leave more often. Oh, bless Kirsty. She's been waiting for this all day. Oh, yay. Oh, Look at you all saying hello to everyone. Oh, there we go. Yes, I am going to be talking about past lives tonight. So I did touch on past lives last week, but I would love your questions this week as well about past lives, whether it's past lives in general, whether it's your own past lives, and I'm going to be talking to you about my past lives as well. So, just let me get my breath back. I'm so unfit. Right, so let's have a where am I at? Okay, right, so let's pull. Claire's off to make some tea because I'm going to be on for a while. Right, lots of names coming through. I am going to pick you out. If you've already commented, please don't be shy to comment again. But I am going to be choosing some newbies and some different names tonight because there's a lot of you on that I read for very regularly. So it'd be nice to kind of give a chance to others. So Kirsty, you've just joined for the first time tonight. You're Sherelle's cousin, and Sherelle is one of our regular watchers. So lots of you will recognise Sherelle's name. Claire says, me too. The stairs go, honestly. Oh, I think I need a little minute just to. I'm going to just take a drink before I get on this one. Right. So for you, Kirsty, I've got the 7 of Cups in reverse. I've also got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. And I've got the 6 of Swords. So what I'm seeing on here for you, lovely, is I'm just seeing my sister look at the stairs. I'm out of breath. I feel like for you, rather than adding to what you've got or adding to your repertoire, whether that's work-wise, family life, or anything else like that, I feel like you need to kind of look at what you can already do or what you've already got, because I feel like either reusing, repurposing, or recycling is going to be better for you than adding something that may seem like you need it right now. But I actually think if you look into what you've already got or what you're already doing, then I would just be like, I really genuinely think that anything that you're really thinking about moving forward into, you've already got the skills or the knowledge or the tools or something already there. And I want to go back to kind of July, August time. Anything that was meant to happen around about July, August time, that idea is already there. The seed is already planted. But what I want to do is come forward to June this year and say to you that whatever was planned for July, August last year, you can bring around and you can do it in June. So rather than trying to think of new ideas and new things to do, look back at what you've already thought about doing, what you've already maybe planned before that's been put on hold. But definitely June will bring about the chance for you to do what you were meant to do, but actually in a way that this time around is better than it would have been the first time. Let me just pull one more for you as well. So there again, so strength, and this one brings me, oh yeah, this one's giving me August for some reason, but definitely summer vibes, but I'm going into June. But strength for this card in general, what I want to say is that I feel like this time round, you're going to be more confident in doing whatever it is. And I feel like you'll be more organized in whatever it is as well. So again, rather than going into something completely new, utilize something that from before and go back into that to be able to do that this year. But as I say, like June, summertime, hopefully that makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense right now, fingers crossed it will make sense soon. Emma says no gin tonight. No, I do not drink and read. I have a strict rule for myself. If I'm doing readings, I don't drink. I used to be quite partial to a little bevy when I was doing cards, but I take it very seriously now. So I do not have alcohol until after I finish my readings. And I've done quite well this week. I haven't actually touched much alcohol. I've what have I had? I had one gin on Sunday. Was it Sunday? No, it might have been Friday actually. I've been really, really good. I'm surprised. I'm not an alcoholic, like definitely not, but I do enjoy a little bevy. There you go, Kirsty, it does, yes. Thanks. Oh, good. I'm glad. You are very, very welcome. Right, I'm going to go back to Hannah. I want to pull for you. Okay, so let's pull some cards for you, lovely. And I can see lots of you asking as well that I will pull cards for you. Hannah, I'm going to go into the small cards for you, lovely. Lots of you. Pat doesn't drink if she's going to do a meditation. Yeah, it's quite important that if you're going to do any kind of spiritual or energy work, that you shouldn't really drink alcohol. And equally, if you do join one of my meditation classes, I would recommend to you not to drink alcohol for at least 48 hours. Although I can never tell you what to do, but that's kind of, I need to tell you to stay hydrated and all of that malarkey afterwards. Belinda, hi, lovely. How are you doing? Good evening to you, or whatever time it is where you are over in the States. Claire, well, I wish I could say that. I'm actually surprised. I think the problem is, though, that I don't actually have the I've got lots of gin in, but I ran out of ice, and I'm a bit lazy. Well, I haven't run out of ice. It's in the other freezer, but I'm a bit too lazy to get it back out. So yeah, it's an ease thing. If it's there, I'll drink it. And I think because it's not there, I'm not drinking it. So it's probably good. And I've actually, like, this is more of an achievement, because coffee really, I've figured out that coffee sets off my rosacea, my bad skin. So I've been cutting back on coffee and drinking herbal teas. But actually, and I felt a bit sick at the thought, and I did it, I bought decaf coffee. And like, oh, but it's not that bad. It's not terrible, and it is kind of scratching that itch, and the caffeine withdrawal headaches aren't as bad now. So that's a little win. But anyway, Hannah, let's pull your cards. So we've got the King of Wands in reverse for you. Also got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and then you've got the Knight of Wands. I've got lots of root chakra and solar plexus coming in here for you. So I'd be very keen to go towards work and home life, and also kind of going in with confidence and self-worth for you. Because looking at this one here, I feel like what you're doing, where home life is concerned, I feel like you're almost maybe not being appreciated enough there. But also where your work life is concerned, I feel like you've been underappreciated and underpaid there as well. And I just think life in general, you need to be getting more than what you're getting at the minute, whether that's money, love, appreciation, anything like that. But I don't feel like you're getting as much as you should be getting. And looking at this one, the Knight of Wands, it's almost like you're having to go into things like full speed ahead to get stuff done. But then eventually, like, something's got to give, and you're going to end up burning yourself out, and it's almost going to just kind of crash and burn a little bit. So what I want to say to you is that if you're not been valued and in areas where you should be, take a step back. And don't be scared to let people see what it would be like if you didn't do as much as you did. Because I feel like you showing them that, they're going to actually begin to understand, like, shit, she actually does quite a lot for us, and they'll appreciate you more. Because I feel like for you, you're doing all like the kind of the behind the scenes stuff, and you're doing all the graft, and someone else is either taking the credit for it, or because you're doing all the hard work, they get to sit and put their feet up. So whether this is home life, whether this is work, or whether it's both, I just feel like for you in general, because I'm picking up a lot like chest, and I don't know if it's worry and anxiety, or if it's just kind of like a stress and a heaviness and almost the weight of the world on you. But I feel like for you, for your own health, your own peace of mind, and your own confidence and self-worth, you do need to take a little bit of a step back and let people see how much that you actually do for them. Because you're just being so undervalued. And I definitely feel like, I want to say to you, like, a pay rise is in order for you, but I wouldn't necessarily be confident in the fact of that coming. But doing this and kind of letting them see what you do, I feel like by October, I feel like you should be getting paid a bit more than what you are now. So hopefully that's a help. There you go. You're so right. Oh, bless you. So yeah, you definitely need to kind of, I feel like this will grow your confidence as well, because when you start getting what you're worth, and when people start appreciating you more, you'll feel better about yourself, and you won't feel like you're just kind of been a bit of a, what do they call it? Like a dog's body, like you're doing all the little work while everyone else is like giggling and laughing and getting all the cream. So definitely get your worth. Oh, hello. What? Yes. Oh, another child's come in. Hang on. Another sneaker. Oh, what have I started? I've got a little decaf coffee convo going in the comments. Carly's been drinking decaf this week as well. Oh, peppermint tea. Do you know, tell you what tea is a good one if you like that minty taste, is Pukka green matcha mint tea is really, really good. I do like the Pukka teas, and the yogi teas are really good. I do enjoy a herbal tea. I was actually debating on doing like on my Tuesdays, doing like a weekly tea review. But then I didn't know if that was a bit of a shit idea. But if you would like me to do a weekly tea review on herbal teas, please let me know in the comments and I will bring you a weekly tea review. Steph's bought decaf coffee to have. It's not that bad, is it? So I've got the Kenko Millicano, the decaf one of that, and that's not terrible. It's actually all right. Yeah, well, there you go. So someone had said to me, because I was talking about my rosacea and it was flaring up really bad and my skin was so red and dry and horrible. And someone had said to me, do you drink a lot of coffee? And I was like, yeah, I drink shitloads of coffee, like literally like 5 to 7 cups a day. And they were like, yeah, you should really cut down on coffee. And then someone else had messaged me a picture of their friend, and they cut out coffee completely and their skin really cleared up. So I was like, I'm going to get on that. I'm going to try that, because I'm just like really fed up of having shit skin, to be honest. So, and I have got makeup on and you can probably see like, oh, it's not great, but it's cleared up a lot more than it was, because I was getting really red and scaly, and it's not like acne spots because it's rosacea. It's just really blotchy and horrible and nasty. And I feel like a teenager. I'm like, I'm 30 years old, for Christ's sake. Like, I don't want teenager skin. My sister says tea pigs are amazing. Tea pigs are really good. Hugli tea, and I know I'm not saying it right, but it's meant to be like pronounced in some Nordic way, but Hugli, I call it that because that's how it's spelled. They do a really nice chamomile tea, which has got like the whole chamomile flowers. That's lovely. But yeah, yogi tea is good. Hannah says, spot on with work, as we're heard from one week time. Very well, that's it. Oh, bless you. Yeah, so you're on the right track then. But definitely with work, I feel like you need to be getting paid more, because you're just doing so much. I feel like almost you're doing the work of like 3 people and they're paying you less than what you should be getting paid for one. And it just seems a bit unfair. Emma, Hannah, another child. Yeah, I keep a collection of them out the back. There you go. Pat loves the yogi teas as well. Steph's got the Azira one. I was going to get that one because I couldn't see the Millicano one, and then I found it. Hannah drinks the green and mint one. Really, really nice. I do enjoy coffee. I would honestly so bad for coffee, but I feel a lot better. There we go. Caffeine and dairy. Yeah. So dairy, actually, funny enough, I did buy hazelnut milk to have in my coffees, but it keeps going all funky and weird. And I looked up on Google, and it said to put the milk in first, and it shouldn't curdle. So I did that, but apparently it's the acidity in the coffee that kind of reacts with it. So it's meant to be really nice and hot chocolate. So I'm going to try that, but I'm going to try some of like the barista dairy-free milk to see if that makes any difference. So there we go. Yeah, Pukka ones are good. Oh, oat milk's the best for a cuppa. I will try that. But yeah, Pukka teas are really, really nice. My favorite Pukka, as I say, is the matcha mint one. Neal's Yard teas are really good. I don't know if we've got any Neal's Yard reps on here. If you are on here, give us a little shout. But yeah, the Neal's Yard teas, I have I think it's Fresh Start, which is like lemon and nettle, which is really nice. And I've got Quiet Time. I don't know what exactly. There's one that's got like lime flower and something else, and then there's one that's lavender and chamomile, and they're really, really lovely. Oaty baristas. Oh, I will get on that one. Whole earth coffee alternative. Oh, I have not. I'll need to look into that. Is that an actual coffee alternative, or is it like a milk for coffee? The hot coffee breaks down the protein in the milk and makes it. Yeah, it goes a bit nasty. Claire, yes. Okay, yes, Claire. Let's do for you. Okay, let's feel right. Do I want small or big? Small or big? I want to go small cards for you, Claire. So let's have a look. Quite a few of you are watching, which is lovely. If you do want to share, please do feel free, but don't feel obliged to. I'm not one of those crazy psychic ladies that's like, share my post and get a free reading and send me stars and blah, blah, blah. I don't do all that crap. I'm just literally here because I like to chat to you all and connect with you all on an evening, and because I'm just a generally nice person. And if you want to share, then that's lovely of you. But if you share, it doesn't mean you get anything more than anyone who doesn't share. I'm just I like to just be here for the chat. So I'm going to do a couple more readings and then we're going to get into past lives, because I didn't have enough time last week. And as you know, I'm doing my past life regression training and all of that. And it's just something that I'm really into and really passionate about. And I want to tell you guys about my past lives and ask you questions about any of your experiences as well. So Claire, for you, you've got the 8 of Swords in reverse there. You've also got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, and then you've got the 2 of Cups. So what I'm feeling for you, especially relationship wise, I feel like, looking at this one, I feel like stepping away from this current relationship that you're thinking of. I want to look back at the past, because I feel like it's stuff that's happened to you in the past that is kind of putting this wall up against going forward in the future. And it's almost like, looking at this one, I feel like you're just kind of, you're not creating your own worries, because they're more than justified. But looking at this one, what I would say to you is that I feel like your worries from the past, you're almost like casting onto what's happening right now. And I feel like if that continues, then that will almost jeopardize what you've got going on. But looking here, I do feel like it's very much, it's a two-way thing here. And just reading your comment, don't look in the past. I almost feel like, to go back to the past, things have always been either very one-sided, or blame's been laid on you, or it's kind of you've given so much and never gotten anything back. But I feel like, looking at this one, you've got someone who's willing to do that give and take and that share and that balance. And it's almost like you're doubting it because you've not had that before. And you're almost thinking to yourself, oh, it's too good to be true. There's some ulterior motive here. It's not right. But looking at this one, I feel like the next 2 months are very important here, because it depends on your reaction. I feel like it's make or break for you over the next 2 months, but you do really need to trust in what's going on there, and kind of trust in what you've got right now, not comparing it to anything from the past or any worries, because that's essentially how you're going to push this person away. What you need to do is look at them and take them on face value for themselves, how they treat you, rather than how you've been treated before. Because I can see here in your cards that you have been treated like shit before, and it is not fair, and you're more than justified to worry and to feel anxious like you do. But what I can see here in your cards is that it is real, it is genuine. And I feel like you maybe need to let your guard down a little bit, let that wall down and let them in, because I feel like if you do that, they will let you into theirs, and that will build up a higher level of communication, and you'll be able to connect on a deeper level there as well, because you'll talk about the deeper stuff, and it's just that letting them in and just really securing that bond between you both. So stick with it. And I'm going to pull one more just to give you a, yeah, so that one is kind of saying you're right to be wary, but everything's looking fine and dandy. You've just got to have that confidence to let them in. Okay. So, oh, bless you. Yeah, that's spot on. Oh, Vicky, it's from Holland and Barrett's whole life coffee, alternate barley and chicory. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Does it taste like coffee? Does it taste different? Does it scratch the itch of needing a coffee? I'm intrigued. All right, looking at, okay, I am going down the list. I will get to you. Right, Kirsty, let's pull for you, lovely. I'm going to go with the small ones because they're in my hand and they feel like the right ones to use. And what I am going to do as well is I'm going to pull an oracle card for everyone, just kind of a one card in general for the week ahead, I suppose, just to give you that added bit of guidance, because obviously I can't pull for everyone tonight. I'll pull for as many as I can, but I can't pull for everyone every week. So that one will just kind of serve as a It's there for you. Right, okay, so Kirsty, for you, you've got the Seven of Cups. You've also got the King of Pentacles there. And you've got the Two of Wands. So looking at this for you, I do feel like it's almost like you're sat there looking for something better, but actually you've got enough of what you need where you are. And I'm not saying like you're definitely not greedy at all. Definitely not by this way. But what I'm saying is it's almost like you're sat there longing for more or wishing you had this or wishing you had that. But actually you've got everything you need to be able to do that or to have that right there. It's just kind of changing your focus, changing your mindset as well to an extent. And kind of, I feel like as well, looking at this one, oh, that one there, it could be a sense of, I feel like there's perhaps someone around you that's a bit of an influence that could be making you feel, I feel really wary saying this when I'm talking about this person. I feel like I've almost like my chest has sank in and I feel panicky. I do feel like there's an energy around you at the minute, not a spiritual energy, like an actual living person energy. I feel like they're around you and they are bringing you down. And I feel like any aspirations that you've got or anything that you want to do, or they're just making it seem like where you're at the minute isn't a great place to be. But actually, if that person wasn't there and you didn't have their negative input, you'd have that chance to look around you and see that things aren't that terrible. They're just putting like that dampener, that dark mood on it. Hannah, thank you for the bit. Oh, bless you. Night, Hannah, thank you so much for joining tonight, and you are very, very welcome. So, Kirsty, for you, what I will say to you is, I think you need to take a stand up to whoever this person is, whether they're in your immediate family and living with you, or if they're just someone who's kind of around you that keeps like negging on everything going on. And I almost feel like they're the type of person that they're jealous, but they act like they're better than you. And because of that, whenever you tell them something or whenever you do something, it's like they have to bring it down a level to make it not seem as good because they feel threatened. So what I would say to you here is to actually change your focus, change your mindset, to look at what you do have, to look at how amazing you are, to look at how far you've come, and to think, actually, I'm pretty happy here. I'm shit hot in what I can do, in what I've got, and I don't actually need to change or do anything. You do not need to seek this person's approval, okay? Their approval does not mean shit, okay? Even if you really, really think it does, it doesn't. So what I would say to you is to really step back from any negative energy, any negative comments and what's been said, and actually kind of live life on your terms and enjoy it on your terms. It might not be what someone else enjoys, but if you enjoy it, then damn well do it, lady. So just have the confidence to just speak up to people. If they say, I don't like it, and then you say, fine, but I do, so I'm going to do it. So the overall message for your cards here is to just kind of say, like, balls to what anyone else says or thinks. Like, you do you and enjoy it. That sounded really dirty and weird, and that was not meant to sound how it did. But I'm going to hope and assume you knew exactly what I meant there. So there we go. Oh, hang on, Claire. Oh, trying to see. There you go. Carly says, love it. I got really passionate there. I was like, you'll notice if you watch me on the Tuesdays and you kind of see me doing my readings, I get really like, when I'm giving like confidence readings and people are like, you need to get rid of them shitty people out your life, I get really like passionate and deep in it, and I'm like, I feel it. And when I do readings as well, I don't just see stuff in cards and tell you. I can physically feel stuff, as you'll notice when I'm doing the readings, like any physical ailments or injuries and stuff. I can feel it. I can also like kind of pick up on emotions and stuff, and it's just like I could just it's there, and I can So that is for you, lovely. You are very, very welcome. Right, Charlotte, for your mum. Yes, of course. Okay, I'm going to go in with the big cards for her. So let's give them a shuffle or a souffle. Did anyone see that Nigella calls her microwave a microwave? So I'll start, instead of shuffling my cards, I'll give them a souffle. No, I'm not that much of a dickhead. I'll shuffle them. See, some of you might be watching this if you've not watched me before, thinking, oh my God, she swears. But show me a genuine person that doesn't swear. I'll wait. Like, if you've got people, please, if someone is watching this and you make a vow to yourself that you do not swear in your day-to-day life, if you stand on a plug or a piece of Lego, please tell me what is your choice of words? Because I'm intrigued. I'm really, really intrigued. Beth. Seriously. Oh, dear me. Oh, Emma, who are you talking about? Who are you talking? Oh, I can't remember who you're talking about now. Oh. Right, okay. So Claire's gone onto the website to book her one-to-one. Yay! You are very, very welcome. Don't forget to use your code. Okay, so Charlotte, for your mum, I don't know what your mum's name is, but Charlotte's mum. I feel like Perry off of Kevin and Perry. And, you know, and he's like, can I have a jam sandwich, please, Miss Paz? There you go. Try not to swear, as James is now saying. Oh, as long as he's in bed and he can't hear me, it's fine. It's like going around to your bestie for a cuppa and a catch up. I love you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I do waffle loads of crap, and this is just me in my real life. People that know me personally know that I just waffle. If I don't know what to say, instead of being quiet, I'll just chat and chat and chat, and then I'll just chat loads of shit, which I'm doing now. Trudy says I don't swear except while I'm falling off my horses. Oh no. Hopefully you don't do that too often though, Trudy. Right, okay, so Charlotte's mum, you've got the Six of Swords, you've also got the Queen of Swords, and you have got the Knight of Cups. Okay, what I'm seeing for you, Charlotte's mum, is Vicky. Okay, Vicky, that's easier. So for you, Vicky, I feel like I want to pull another card as well. Okay, right, for you, Vicky, I feel like what needs to happen is I feel like you're being guided towards a specific area of work, and I feel like there is study or training involved for you here. I feel like, I don't want to say it's holistic, but I feel like you need to have some sort of emotional connection with whatever it is or the people that you're working with. And looking at this one, you've got a rainbow in here. I would be very, very inclined to say that you should be working with or doing something that would help people if they have sort of mental health troubles or any learning difficulties or anything like that. And looking at this one, I can see here that there is, with this little thingy down here, some sort of training or course or some sort of learning there. But I feel like you don't necessarily need to learn. I feel like it would just have to be some sort of qualification that would mean you would be able to legally do that kind of job. So what I would say to you here as well is, especially by this one, communication wise, it's almost like being able to speak up for people who can't speak for themselves. Hopefully that resonates with you in a certain way that would make sense to what I'm saying here. And with these ones here, I feel like, not entirely where relationships are concerned, but I feel like there's a male around you who may not be sure on anything like work-wise that you're doing at the minute, or if you're saying about kind of studying or going into a lower level job to be able to work your way up. They may seem to kind of be worried perhaps financially, or maybe if they can support you while you do that. I feel like it can absolutely be done. And if you haven't yet been thinking about going into a job like this, if it's not on your radar at the minute, I would seriously consider it. And if you are already thinking about it, or if you're already in a job like this, then that's where you should be. So thumbs up for that one. But what I would say here is that actually in time, because this one's almost like relationship wise, they would be kind of, because it's reverse, it's like that, and you do all the work, the kind of the training kind of work, while they do the breadwinning, so to speak. I'm trying to think how to word it, but basically, like for an example, if you were doing some sort of training where there wasn't a lot of money coming in, they would be doing the work, bringing in the money to kind of keep things going while you do that. However, once you've done that, it's almost like the tables will be turned, and I'm just reading comments. The tables will be turned, and actually, once you've done training and when you move further into a job like this, you will probably get paid a lot more than you're getting paid now, or you were getting paid, and probably more of a breadwinner, so to speak. So any financial worries on you doing any training or going into a low entry job, I wouldn't worry about it, because I feel like you can easily grow and move up within that. And I do need to pick one more card for you. Again, there, Nine of Swords. Anything that is on your mind emotionally at the minute, especially from September up until now, I feel like that is going to ease for you. And definitely over the next 3 months, it's going to continue to ease off. But I do feel like kind of where your work life is concerned, and perhaps bringing in a little bit of home life, I can feel stress coming in there. So if you're not already in this kind of job role already, I would be keen to change what you do for work and genuinely look into that. So as I say, if that doesn't kind of ring any bells right now, I would take that as a look into it, because it should be a strong possibility or an option. But definitely either working or supporting people with trouble with their mental health or learning difficulties. And it could be adults, it could be children, but it's kind of working with people on a level where they have an extra need, but you can support them through a way of communication. So kind of take that as you will, but that is for you, Vicky, Charlotte's mum. Let's have a look. Beth's off to charge her phone, but she'll be back. Dawn says very interesting. Oh, thank you. Right, where's Hannah? Okay, Hannah, are you staying? Are you going? Where are you at? Oh no, you're off to bed. Oh, oh no, Hannah. Okay. Well, enjoy bed. I do have something to ping you through this week anyway, so don't worry that I haven't done your card tonight, because I will be pinging you through your thing. So do not worry. Let's have a look. Meg, you're on. Good evening, lovely. How are you doing? Charlotte, that's spot on. Oh, good, bless her. So yeah, don't be afraid to kind of go into that, because that's where she needs to be. Right, yes, Trudy, let's pull for you, lovely. So work-wise, let's have a look. And I've still got to talk to you about past lives. So I'm going to do... Who's ringing me now? Oh, it's Mark. Bear with. Oh, bless him. He missed me. So where was I? Yes, Trudy. So for you, okay, I've got lots. I went quiet because I muted myself. I was on the phone. That sounds really rude and unprofessional of me, and loads of people have left now. Sorry. Maybe because it's late, not because of me. So anyway, yes. So Trudy, let's pull your cards, lovely. Okay, so where work is concerned. Okay, what I want to say to you, Trudy, is that if there is any partnership with work or any circumstance where you're joined to someone within your work, what I would see is that is almost coming to an end, and don't feel disheartened if that partnership or that kind of joining of you and someone else comes apart. That's what's needed. Oh no. No, I was just chatting on the phone. That's what's needed for you, Trudy, is to almost, doesn't need to be a negative breakaway, but I feel like for you to separate from this person, because what I'm seeing here for you, obviously where work is concerned, so any partnerships, anyone within a workplace, or any plans that you're planning on doing with anyone else where work's concerned, come out of that, because there you've got the Justice card, and I feel like actually going into a route that was maybe not ideal, but kind of comes about is going to be the better option for you. I feel like it's going to have more scope to it. You're going to enjoy it more. And actually, it's going to be something that probably comes out of nowhere that's going to work a lot better for you. And probably things not going to plan where work is concerned is going to be a bit of a saving grace for you, because rather than things happening as you had hoped they would have happened, it's actually offering you a different path where it's giving you better options, and it's going to give you longer term things you can kind of root down into and secure something that's more long standing there. But I do see here, it's almost like you're within two minds of what to do. But what I would say to you, where work connections are concerned, don't be afraid to step back from them and to kind of almost go your own way and go your own direction with things. And like I say, with this one, out of the blue or the unexpected option will bring more for you. So don't be put off by things not going to plan. And actually, maybe something has come up that seems a bit out of the box or not quite what you had in mind, but look into it, because I feel like between now and this year is a year for building for you, especially where work's concerned. So between now and November, I feel that things will grow for you. And looking at kind of this time next year, your work situation will be very different to what you're doing now. Maybe not in kind of in terms of what you're actually doing, but where and how you're doing it is going to be very different, but in a more positive way for you. And I also feel like you're going to have more enjoyment in what you're doing, because you'll have more freedom to do things within work that you want to do, rather than under the kind of the govern of someone else, or kind of as a partnership having to compromise. So doing things more solo for you, I feel like would be a really, really smart move there. So hopefully that makes sense, and that gives you a bit more guidance on your work situation right now. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Okie dokie. Right, we've got right, Dawn, for you. I'm going to pull a couple of these. Okay, Dawn, I'm going to do a couple of little quick ones. Right, Dawn, you've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and you've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, I feel like what I want to say to you, Dawn, is between now and April, there are opportunities coming to you, but I feel like you're telling yourself that you don't deserve them. And in doing this, you're kind of closing off options to yourself. So it's all about growing your confidence. And when these options come to you, you'll be ready to take them, because this one's giving me that in the next 3 months, you will have options handed to you out of the blue. However, this one's telling me that if you don't prepare yourself now, even though you may not know what these options are, I feel like confidence-wise, you need to really kind of step into your own more than you already have done. And actually, you need to kind of look outside of your bubble, so to speak, and kind of see what's out there. And don't tell yourself that that's above you. Like, tell yourself that you're more than capable of achieving that. You're more than capable of doing that, because then kind of by way of manifesting things, you're going to bring it in. And then when that time comes for that offer, you're going to feel ready. Otherwise, if you don't start telling your stuff and acting upon this stuff now, when this offer comes, you're going to talk yourself out of it, and you are not going to feel ready to do it, even though you will be ready to do it. But up in here, you're going to be telling yourself that you're not. So just working on your self-confidence and kind of just being open to new opportunities coming, definitely the next 2 to 3 months. So I would say kind of March into April time for you, this opportunity is going to come in. So just kind of explore your options and look at what you can do, and don't tell yourself that you can't do this and can't do that, because you absolutely can. Okay, so let's have a see who's on here. Michelle forgot it was Tuesday. Let's have a look at right cards. Okay, so I'll do a couple of quick ones. Kate Wright, let's pull for you. Okay, right, so Kate, for you, I've got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, and I've also pulled the Death card. Don't worry, it's not a bad card. So what I'm seeing here for you, Kate, is that you are coming into a new chapter, and it's like one thing is coming to a close and something new is coming in. However, I'm seeing that whether it's you or a partner or someone close around you, I'm seeing that someone is wary of this change, and it's almost like they're causing delays for some reason, because they've got this wariness of moving forward. It looks like you are ready to kind of move forward with things, whatever they may be, whether it's within the home or kind of work or anything like that. But I feel like you kind of, someone around you's got some warming up to do before they're ready to move forward as well. Just pull one more card out. Okay, so you've got the King of Pentacles there. So what I'm feeling from this one is almost that if someone around you is seeming a bit cold or not as forthcoming, or perhaps you're saying one thing and they're giving you something different back, I would maybe dig deeper there, because what I'm seeing here is there's an energy around you. I feel more so male, is that they've got other stuff going on beneath the surface. So anything that they're kind of putting on to you that seems negative, I wouldn't take it personally. So what I would do is, rather than kind of getting on at them about moving forward with all this other stuff, I would get down to kind of what's going on with them, ask them how they are, try and get them to open up, because I feel like that is where your progress has been halted here. Because once that's, I don't want to say it's taken care of, because I don't feel like that whatever's going on is going to be taken care of, but just that outlet of being able to open up about it is going to help you both move forward. So hopefully that is that's going to help them and you in being able to move forward into whatever it is that you're hoping to do next. Charlotte, oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Right, just catching up, see who I can do. I'm doing some really quick ones, so I'll just do like 2-3 cards with small ones. Right, Belinda, for you, let's pull. We've got, okay, oh, okay. So you've got the 9 of Wands, you've got Strength, and you've got the Moon in reverse. So for you, Belinda, what I'm seeing here is, where work is concerned, setting yourself a boundary and setting a clear plan. I feel like for you, where work is concerned, especially with the Moon, I'm going into your intuitive work with this one. It's having that courage to really put yourself out there, to do more with it, to make it more of a job rather than a hobby that brings in pocket money. So with this one, it's talking about having a clear plan, setting things out and knowing exactly what you will and will not do. I feel like you need to set boundaries where this is concerned as well, because I feel like where you're doing your readings, where you're doing your energy work, people are taking advantage of you, and that's not fair, and that's not that's not protecting your energy enough. So having that confidence to stand up, put your prices up. If you're only taking donations, then you need to charge, girl. Put your prices up, tell people what you are charging, and you know that you can do it, they know that you can do it, and they will happily pay you to do it because they know you are worth it. So make a plan. I feel like you need to have more of a strategy here. Make that plan. And between, I want to say timeline for you, August to September, I would love to see you within now until then, making this plan, building it up. And then by that time, you will have grown this into a credible business, which you can call your job rather than a hobby that just brings in a little bit of extra cash. So hopefully that makes sense for you. And gives you a bit of a kick up the backside, but all good things there. It's just a case of having the confidence to put yourself out there and to do it and to ask for more. Oh, bless you. You're so welcome. So hopefully that helps. Kate, you are very, very welcome. Charlotte, bless you. Oh, that's a comment. Right, Dawn's off. So the night to you, Dawn. Love to you from us all. Okay, so oh, bless you. Trudy says, thank you, totally spot on. Happened to Taurus, where change happens. Tis good indeed. You just got to take a leap of faith there. Okay, right, let's go. Okay, Carly, let's do you. Okay. Have you noticed actually? So last week when I come on, I looked a bit blonde because I was between dyes. I'd stripped all the brown out of my hair. You can see it's not completely come out, but I put the orange on it. It's not doing it justice, but it's almost like in person. It's nearly like this color here. This I can't do this color. So what are you thinking? It doesn't look as orange here, but ta-da! I'll get some pictures of it in the daylight. I still can't get used to it being short though. I keep going to go like this, and there's just no hair there, and it makes me be sad. Right, Carly, for you. Let me stop blabbing. Let me get your cards. I'm going into the bigger cards for you. And also, if you've been watching me tonight, if you've joined on a bit late, don't forget that you've got those discount codes for the 1-to-1s, for the 30-minute and the 60-minute. And don't forget to join my Soul Circle, please. No, I'm not begging you to join Soul Circle. I'm not desperate. But if you would like to join Soul Circle, I would absolutely love to have you there as part of my tribe. Obviously, you get that £10 off every month if you join using the code this month, because the price will never, ever, ever be £17 ever again. But if you join now at that price, that will forever be your monthly price. So for example, if you join now at £17, but say in 5 years it's like £100 a month, which it could be, because there's going to be so much content and shit in there that's going to be epic, but you would still be paying £17 a month because you're paying what you joined on. So that's that. Right, Carly, I'm not going to chat shit any longer. Okay, I am going to do your cards, and I promise. So you've got the 5 of Wands in reverse, you've got the Page of Pentacles there, you've also got the King of Swords. So they're all in reverse, actually. So looking at these, I feel like for you, where work is concerned, I'm getting a bit of a detachment from work. But what I'm seeing here with this one is there is another way for you to make money right now. But someone's telling you that you shouldn't be doing it. And actually, I feel like you could be doing it, but you need to do it the right way. I cannot stress to you enough, and I don't want anyone to take this offensively, because if it is what you do, then that's fine, and I've got nothing against it. But in this sense, Carly, I want to say to you, if you are considering joining an... Oh, no, go away. Not you. We got a spammer. It did take quite a while to get one, though. This matey here. But yeah, took a while to get one. Right, I've lost my train of thought now. Right, there you are. Yes, if you were considering joining an MLM thing, do not do that right now. And that's not because of what it is, but what I'm seeing here is that you have got the capability to make that extra money through what you already do in your business yourself. You do not need an external company for you to sell for them, because you can find other ways to promote what you do. So that could be kind of taking your offerings online, thinking of how you restructure things within what you're doing at the minute, what you're offering. But there is a way to do it, even though you feel quite detached from work at the minute. But I feel like looking at this one, what I would say, rather than you studying, I feel like you can offer training. I don't know if you're already qualified to teach other people what you do, but if you're not, that is something that I would look into at the minute, is qualifying as a teacher to be able to teach those skills, because I can see you doing, like, you can teach online courses, you can teach what you know to other people. So if this lockdown and COVID does continue to go on for however long, God forbid, but I'm sure it probably will, you're going to have other means to bring that money in if you can't see people face to face to do what you would usually do. So I would go for it. And if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know if I'm like ready to teach, do it. You should absolutely do it. And it doesn't need to be like a teacher format that's really formal. You can teach like workshops. Even if you're not teaching people for a qualification, you can teach people how to do stuff at home. You can teach people how to do their own things, but then equally you can do a qualification, which means that you can actually teach people to be qualified in something. That's what I'm seeing here from your cards. So hopefully work was maybe something that was on your mind at the minute, because that's all that I picked up on from there. But I do feel like for you actually doing that, that is going to allow you to kind of, for everything else to positively kind of snowball on from that. So like your home life, your kind of financial thing, your relationships, all of that is going to positively stem on from that, because this is going to elevate you financially, which is going to help massively in other areas of your life right now. So hopefully that is making sense to you there as well. So there we go. Yep. Wow, really indeed. So I would go for it. Absolutely look into it. Into either training other people or just doing like little workshops and online bits. Can't remember exactly what it is that you do, but there is definitely a market there for you to be able to do and teach and show people how to do it, and to, yeah, you can go forward from that and you can do big things. So you are very, very welcome. Let's have a see. Okie dokie. Right, Emma, you have been wanting a card for a while. Let's pull for you. I know you're saying night to to dawn, but there you are. Right, okay. Let's pull for you, my love. I haven't read for you for ages. Feels like ages. Pat says it'll grow back. It will grow back, my hair. I've been growing it for so long though. Honestly, I feel like I've lost a part of myself. I had like 5 to 6 inches cut off. I do feel naked, but it's healthier on the ends and it feels a lot better. So it will grow long again. All right. Oh, thank you. I'll have to get some pictures of it in like actual daylight because it does not look orange enough right now. It's normally super orange. Right, okay, Emma. So for you, 4 cards have come out. You've got the 4 of Wands. You've got the Hanged Man. You've got the 5 of Pentacles. And you've got the King of Cups. So looking at these, I feel like for you, this one, I feel like there's a younger male energy around you at the minute that is it's almost like it's stressing you out. I don't know if it's a childlike energy or just a younger adult male, but there's someone around you. I feel like at the minute things are okay, and now and again they seem like they're a bit I don't know. You imagine this one, like look at the story there, like dancing around having a great time, but eventually like they're going to get burned there. And I don't know, something seems a bit stressful and I'm on edge about this situation. But looking at this one, the Hanged Man here, this one's saying to me, I feel like it seems a bit patronizing to say it, but the situation that you're in at the minute, you can take yourself out of that situation. You don't need to be in that situation forever. Okay. So even if it's a shit place to be in right now and you're stressed out, that will come to an end. It doesn't need to be there. But with this one, the 5 of Pentacles, what I'll say is don't be afraid to reach out to someone for guidance. However, I do feel like looking at this one, this lady here, there's an older lady around you that's probably not speaking up at the minute, but she could do with your guidance right now. And I'm very drawn to April, May time for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like April, May time, she's going to need you more so than she has done recently. But just be mindful of that. And she may not tell you that she needs you. So I'd say to you, kind of look out for how people are, how she's acting, kind of maybe rather than what she does say, look at what she doesn't say and just be aware of that, because this one's giving me, it's almost like a spiky thing of communication, and it's almost like that standstill of, well, they haven't asked for help, so I'm not going to give help. But then it will be a, well, I wanted you to help me and you didn't help. And it's kind of like a to in and fro in of both of you, like no one's saying anything. So it's a case of you needing to be proactive to look at what kind of pick up on stuff and what needs to be done. But definitely I feel like there's some sort of support to be given, not financially, but I feel like it's just kind of an emotional support that needs to be given there. But then equally with this going on, I do feel like you need to be given emotional support as well, but you're just kind of having that stiff upper lip and trying to just keep the wheel turning and doing things on your own. But you don't need to be doing that. So don't be afraid to rely on other people, even though I know it's hard at the minute because we can only do so much, but don't be afraid to rely on other people, and don't feel like you need to kind of keep everything in and do it all yourself. Hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I've waffled a bit. And I don't know, Emma, how's your face? I've got a really sore jaw. Maybe it's me because I've been talking for ages, but just doing that reading for you, like especially in here. So I don't know if it's like your glands or anything, or just like around this area. I'm feeling really, really achy. So there you go. Michelle says it's because your roots are darker, they're harder to lift. Do you know what, Michelle? So my roots, believe it or not, my roots are actually blonde, but because I had a very, very dark chocolate brown put on my roots and like down to here back in August, that's why it's lifting. But my actual roots, I don't know if you can see, they've gone more orange there, but my actual roots are really blonde. I'm a natural blondie, believe it or not. But yeah, that's why this bit's dark, because I did have a really dark chocolate brown put on when I went purple on the ends, which was a bloody stupid idea. But it seemed like a good idea at the time. So yes, that's the explanation for that one. I don't mind it being darker on the top. It's lighter than what it was. But yeah, the ends look a lot more orange in person. Actually, the whole lot looks more orange in person. I look like a bottle of Iron Brew. Let's have a look. Trudy would love to join Soul Circle. Yay. So let's have a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card for Vicky, and then I'm going to do I'm going to talk about past lives before I come off. I'm going to take my ticker off because Vicky's the last one that I'm going to do, and go from there. It'll go more orange in time. Well, I was just using color conditioners on it, but I've started using like an actual proper dye now, which is good because normally I always get it done at the salon, but obviously times are tough right now. So as you can tell with my no nails as well, I literally feel naked. I've got like short hair, no nails, terrible brow. Actually, my brows aren't that bad. They're not too terrible because I have to have my brows tinted as well because they're really blonde. Right, Vicky, for you, let's pull your cards and see. I noticed you said about something going to plan. So let's have a look at that. Okay, with the Chariot card, you've got that in reverse. This is telling me rather than you having a choice, I feel like it'll go back into hang on, I can't do another drink. My throat's fine. Emma, I think it's still you. Ah, that makes sense. It literally feels like theirs all tight and achy. But yes, so Vicky, for you, you've got the Chariot in reverse. Rather than you being able to make a choice, I feel like it's just going to happen organically rather than you having to choose. But with this one, I feel like you need to step into the light. With this, no, I feel like there's something that maybe what we were talking about the other day with like your creative side. But it's showing me with the heart chakra here, you've got something that you are so in love with doing. However, as you can see, it's like she's like hiding behind a tree, and it's almost like you should be putting that out there more than what you are. And I feel like you really need to step into that because that's going to fill you up a bit more. But funnily enough, I've pulled the Judgment card, and I feel like your plans that you've got are credible and they're doable, but I just feel like it's holding you back, this kind of judgment thing. And I feel like that stemmed from something that's happened last year or something that's been said last year. But do not worry about being judged, and don't worry too much about pushing yourself into it because it will happen organically. Just do more of what you're doing and just gradually put it out there, and it will grow and grow. But yeah, where your creativity is concerned, definitely put it out there more, because as we both know, there is money to be made there. But I feel like if you put it out there more, you get more enjoyment from it. And to be honest, those people that are going to judge you probably aren't the people that you want to be interested anyway. So focus on those that are interested, that are not going to judge you because they genuinely like and enjoy your work. So hopefully that makes sense, and that gives you a bit more clarity on your plan and whatnot. I'm just laughing at Trudy. Be like Whoopi Goldberg. She doesn't have any eyebrows. Do you know what? Right, I'm quite a fan of the Google. I like the Google, and being a Virgo, I like to know how things work. I like to get down to kind of the hows and the whys, and I just kind of realized one day that Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have eyebrows, and I was like, has she got something, like, has she got a health condition? Is there a reason? And I Googled, I literally Googled, why does Whoopi Goldberg not have eyebrows? And the reason she doesn't have eyebrows is because she chooses to shave them off because she says that they're just too much hassle and they're annoying. And if I'm completely honest, I don't think I could imagine Whoopi Goldberg actually having eyebrows anymore. So there we have it. So, and that's another point to make, actually. So if you've seen someone with no eyebrows, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's a bit different. But then in actual fact, Whoopi Goldberg's out there, like, cutting about with no eyebrows, not giving a shit what other people think. She shaves them off because she just doesn't want them. She doesn't care what someone thinks. And we've actually come to the fact that it's quite normal now to see her with no eyebrows. So that's kind of like a key example of do whatever the hell you want, because people will adapt to it anyway. And people that love you will still love you. And people that don't love you don't matter anyway. So if you're kind of thinking about other stuff and whatnot to yeah, if you're not sure on stuff because it's not impressing people, don't care, don't give a shit. So there we go. Michelle says eyebrow shape your face. My eyebrows, I have a very, very amazing eyebrow lady. She's also my nail lady. She has one I can't remember exactly what the award is, but she is like the #1 in. She was nominated and she won it for the Eyebrow Lady of the Year. I can't remember the exact one, but Gemma or Natalie from Beauty Lounge, if either of you are on there, yeah, they've won lots and lots of awards. So yes, that's where I get mine done. But mine are tinted and waxed. I get mine done. I've got no makeup on my eyebrows. These are just my brows with obviously the tint that was done like before Christmas. So they've not done too bad actually. They're not bad. So there we go. Never noticed she didn't have eyebrows. There we go. So if you are still here, if you're still hanging on, I've been on for 2 hours. 2 hours. But before I go, if you're still going to hang on, shall we do a little talk about past lives? If you want to talk about past lives now, let me know. Or if you'd rather I save it for next week and we can go deep into it. But I can't promise I won't get carried away chit-chatting about. Emma's had hers tattooed. Did you? Have I seen you since you've had them done? I feel like I have. Seen. I don't know. I'd be worried to get mine done. I don't know. But mine are quite bushy anyway, so I quite like a hairy eyebrow. But I know some people suit like a flat eyebrow. Is that the right way? But yeah, Trudy's game for some past life talking. So last week when I was talking about past lives, I was kind of explaining the why and the how when I was talking about sausage rolls. And when I was talking about sausage rolls, that sounds a bit weird, but if you were here last week watching and heard me talking about the sausage rolls, you know that I was sort of saying the difference between a soul and a spirit. Because obviously where I get asked where I used to do the mediumship, people will say to me, well, if you have past lives, like what happens to someone when they die now? Like, do they just go into the next life? And what happens is your soul will go into your next life, but your spirit from this body will kind of, the essence of that will remain. So that was where I was getting to the sausage roll of the spirit is like the pastry and the soul is like the core of the sausage roll. It's kind of, it's always in there and that's the meaty bit. And that's always going to be there. But the spirit is just the casing for it. Oh no, not someone else. Ugh. So if anyone comes on and tags you on here and tells you to inbox them for a love spell or a reading, yeah, don't do that. Yeah, it's really annoying. I actually emailed someone last time, and yeah, they're a pain in the ass. After last time, I emailed them. I inboxed them and like really expressed how pissed off I was, and they were like, "Yes, but I am a spiritual healer, and I do this and I do that," and I'm like, "Not on my page, you don't, mate." Like it's like going into imagine going into Tesco's wearing an Asda billboard and standing by like the Tesco products and saying, "Come to Asda and buy this." And it's just like, no, piss off to your own shop and advertise there. Like, it's irritating, isn't it? Plus, the fact that these people are coming from God knows where, and they clearly haven't got their own following of people that they've built up, of people who are loyal and know who they are. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to target my page. So they're probably a scammer that's going to steal your money anyway. And they really just piss me off. But anywho, yes, past lives and sausage rolls. So going into past lives, I was talking about that last week, and going into kind of obviously me doing my training for the past life regression and the past life healing and whatnot. I've been delving into my own past lives, and I've been doing my own past life stuff for a little while, but I've been going a bit deeper with it and kind of seeing what's going on with me. I've got 3 clear ones so far. I know I've lived lots. Oh, excuse me. I've lived a lot of past lives, but I've got 3 clear ones that I've managed to dig into. And today I started scratching the surface of one of them. But that one's a bit traumatic for me. Because if you don't know me personally, you may be quite surprised to find out that I have a very extreme phobia of pandas. You're probably sitting there thinking, what? But yes, those fluffy black and white bears from China or Japan or wherever, the Oriental bears. Yeah, I literally cannot. And anyone watching this that knows me will vouch for this. Makes me nervous. And I've never known why or how and whatnot. And then I've been kind of delving into a past life, doing a little bit of work on it today. And I think I started diving into the past life of the how. Thinking about it's giving me shudders. And I kind of had to come out of it because literally, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've got like a really obscure, strange phobia or anything weird like that that you're afraid of. See, Emma knew that I was scared of pandas. Yeah, let me know in the comments. But if you've got an extreme phobia of something and you kind of, you know, when you look at it, you kind of start to, I don't know, you just go nervous and your chest goes funny and you start to sweat and you just can't, literally, you can't deal with it. And it's making me whoa. So I was kind of delving into this past life and I started seeing a panda and I was like, I can't do it. So I'm literally going to have to really kind of ground myself and do a lot of like protection and before I delve further into that one. However, the ones that I have gone into have been quite interesting. So just because you're a male or a female in this life, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you are in every other life. So you will change genders throughout your life. So the soul doesn't have a gender as such. And actually the soul lessons, because the soul will travel through each life, needing to learn different lessons, needing to have different experiences to be able to kind of ascend up and to become higher beings, as it were. So that's why people that have lived more past lives have generally got, like you say to them, like they're an old soul. Pat's afraid of walking over a bridge with water flowing under it. Ooh, that could be a past life thing, unless you've had something sort of traumatic relating to that in your current life. But if you've got no explanation from that, that could be rooted from past life stuff. So kind of going back into past lives, they could kind of determine if you've got an unexplained phobia or if any kind of skills that you have, anything that you struggle with, also physical pains and ailments and unexplained illnesses, or even illnesses if they are explained, but they're so deeply rooted, but there's not much of an explanation of why you've got that. They can all go back to past lives. And actually, it sounds a bit far-fetched, but through doing past life healing, by going back to that point and acknowledging it and working through it, you can actually, like, there's proof that people have eliminated these phobias, or they've kind of started to eradicate pain from their bodies and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's going to heal you if you're dying or anything like that, but past life healing can have a massive impact on your current waking life. And that's why I always find it funny when people say, oh, don't look at the past, like you look where you're going. But actually going back to the past can make sense of the now, so then you can move forward into the future more positively. So actually the past has a lot to answer for, and you can actually access a lot from there to bring you forward. But yeah, so past lives, you don't have to be the same gender. You quite likely do different things. However, you may lead the same sort of style of life over and over again, because your spirit may not acknowledge what your soul purpose is. So then that might mean that you go through one physical life not achieving that goal, so then you'll be reincarnated within another life with the same goal to kind of live out with hopefully a better chance of achieving it. So it's almost like you've got like a soul checklist, and they kind of go through life, like space and time, I suppose, with their checklist of what they need to do to kind of ascend up. And it's quite similar with spirit guides, actually, which is something that I'll probably talk about maybe next week onwards. We'll get into the discussion of spirit guides. But for this one with souls and past lives and whatnot, my own personal ones that I've been tapping into, so there's 3 of them that I've been actively working on going back into. The first one that I had tapped into, which I've kind of been aware of for quite a while, is one of my witchy ones. So that kind of takes me back to kind of deep old Ireland and being a witch living in the woods in this hut, and kind of, I was very naked a lot of the time, but funnily enough, long red hair, and more like a kind of a hedge witch, very nature inspired, doing lots of like potions and spells and very herbal and bits like that. And through my research, like the name that I got from that is Mora, but then I've looked more into it and the different bits that I've picked up, and I've got some notes actually about, yeah, so I was looking into it, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly because it's a Gaelic word, but a Cailleach is to do with nature and ties in with the goddess Brigid, who has a lot to answer for to do with kind of nature and that natural energy and whatnot there. So that's something that I'm exploring with that past life. I'm not quite sure how I passed away in that one. I don't think that was like a persecution of the witches one, which I know I've had a few of those. But then moving forward into another one, I have been in this life, I was a male. I was an Anglo-Saxon monk going back quite a while, obviously Anglo-Saxon times, and I was a biblical scribe. So that means that at that point I would have either come from a fairly wealthy family to be able to learn to read and write so well, or perhaps I was taken in by the church and all of this lot. But I'm exploring that one. So within that past life, I was this monk called Calvan, and I would literally sit by candlelight writing the Bible. So that's really, really interesting. As I say, I've just scratched the surface with these ones, and I need to work deeper into them. But that one is it's really, what have I put on there? I can't even read what I put on there now. Let me have a look. Oh, that's written on there what I've already said. But then the one that I've more recently discovered that's actually really, really interesting, and it's one of the ones where I was like a persecuted witch, and I'm going to assume this is my first ever past life because it's very, very old, and the names and things that I was given is it's quite amazing actually. So I was taken back to, I think it was around Babylonian times, and the name that I was given for myself in this life was Rashmi, and I've actually looked into that, and that name translates to the very first ray of sunlight. And funnily enough, when I did my journaling, I wrote down Rashmi and I put ray of light underneath it. So in my research, I've actually found out that the very first ray of sunlight is a meaning of the name, which is almost validates it there as well. But then I've looked further into that, and there's a thing as well called Rashmi Bala, which is a Hindu form of astrology. And I'm still trying to get my head around it because there's a lot to it, and it's quite deep. So I'm working into that. And with this life, it was I was a witch in this one. I had long dark hair, and from what I've kind of gathered from it is that I would make herbs and potions and things that would cleanse drinking water for children and people around. But then I was called a sorceress and accused of being a sorceress. So I think at this point witch wasn't a used term, so sorceress is what I kept getting through. And as well, before anything had happened to me at that point, this sounds a bit crazy, I had one eye, which funnily enough was the same eye that now I struggle with my sight. But I had one eye at this time because I had an altercation with a snake apparently. But no, when I'd been kind of not captured but taken in for being a sorceress, I was put at the stake, and rather than being burnt, I was stoned to death. But I had all my hair cut off, which could explain now why I'm quite wary of having short hair and feeling like it needs to be long. But actually having your hair cut off and having your appearance defaced was quite a thing that they did to witches in the past, and people that were that had gone against the grain of what normal society was. So there's a lot of like crazy shit to get into really, because it's stuff that I didn't know before, information that I didn't know before, but when I've journaled it, it's actually come up and it does mean something. So that's why, whether you're doing like past life work or whether you're just doing meditation or any type of intuitive spiritual work, it's really, really important to journal, because then you're writing down this information, and even if it makes no sense to you at all, you can look it up, or at a later date something might come and then that will make sense, and then you'll be like, holy shit, like I can do this. So not just for kind of looking back to think, oh, I said that on that date, it's a confidence builder for you. So if you're doing your meditation, if you're doing anything on an intuitive spiritual level, always journal, always make notes, because it's so important. Lots and lots of sketching as well. So yeah, they were very evil back in the day. I think if you were what they would call like a heretic and you didn't fit the sort of general bill of what was, I think you got kind of kicked to the curb, so to speak. But yeah, definitely it's really interesting, and definitely looking forward to getting fully qualified, kind of learning more about my past lives, but then being fully qualified to help you explore your past lives as well. I'm going to be doing lots more talks on past life work, and I'm going to be putting together at some point like a course or a program, but also in the Soul Circle, I'm going to be adding little tidbits to that as well. So Soul Circle, absolutely. If you want general guidance and just a better sense of spiritual well-being, Soul Circle is great for you. But coming to the Soul Circle will be more kind of self-growth and learning to it as well. So there we go. Pat says 100% sure. Yes, absolutely. I think sort of having a Native American past life and a Native American spirit guide is almost a given, really. We all kind of tend to go through that phase. Personally, actually, I haven't tapped into a Native American past life just yet, but definitely got one of my guides, Tanka, she's Native American. And it's kind of, people will say, oh, it seems so cliche. And I suppose it is, but actually it would be rare if you didn't have a Native American guide or past life. So it's not cliche. It's actually like, it's probably very, very true because you have been there and you have done it. But Pat, I know from working with you, you've definitely got some Native American roots going on there. Absolutely. Emma's found it quite interesting. Oh, I'm glad. Really, really glad. So do you get put to sleep for this house? So it's kind of like it sounds scary because I'm going to use the word hypnotherapy, but it's not like and a 3, 2, 1 and you're under. It's not like that. It's almost like when you do a meditation class with me and I tell you to close your eyes and you relax in, and I do a guided meditation, and then you kind of go into your own independent meditation. It's kind of like that. You just naturally flow into it. So I'll tell you what you need to hear to guide you into getting there. And then you'll go in and you'll access that information and work through it. And then obviously you'll come back out of it. So you don't actually have to be asleep. If you were actually sleeping, that would be more so like an astral projection type thing, which is something else that I'm studying at the minute. But that is like on a whole other level. But no, past life regression actually isn't that kind of scary. It's a lot more simpler than you think. And then with the healing, then it's kind of looking at what went on there, how kind of that influences things in your current life, and then going back into it to see how you can address that and what you can do with it. So the healing is almost like a separate component. So what I would do is when I'm fully qualified, I would offer the regression as a standalone like session. But then what I do is I would also offer a package of the regression and then the healing, because it may be that you just want to do a regression just because you're curious to see what's there. But then with the healing, you might want to go more into kind of obviously healing it all and going back into it and seeing how you can change things in this life. So it's really, really interesting going into it. And a lot of people say, oh, it's really far-fetched. But there's proof of past lives. Like you've got people, like children quite often have spoken about their past lives to a point where they've said about, oh, I've had children and they've been here and that's how I died. And then they've looked into it and they found the person's children, and it's crazy. But the reason though, because quite often a lot of people say like, how can children do all of this stuff? And how can children tap into more intuitive stuff? And it's because actually, and with the past life regression, so up until you're about age 6 or 7, your brain will work on theta waves, which is if we were to work theta now, that would give us access to like a higher consciousness, which is what a lot of us do when we are working intuitively on a much higher level. But I think after the age of sort of 6 or 7, I'm sure it's the beta waves that take over into your brain, and that kind of kicks in that more logical side of it. So your brain's actually working on a different frequency. So that's why children can access it more easily, because the brain is on a different frequency. It's just like if you're tuning into a radio, you're going to hear it better on that one. But then obviously if you can train yourself to work back on that other frequency onto the different waves, then you can tune back into that information. So everyone said you're a little old soul. Oh, Yeah, it's quite interesting actually, because you'll probably find that there's traits about yourself that you may think that's maybe not quite of your age, or you know things that you should have been doing. And it's weird how you can like think, oh yeah, I've been here before, and you feel at home in places that someone your age would probably not really feel comfortable. Like me, I'm in the WI and all this lot, and I love being around older people, and I've just got such a thing for history and whatnot. So Trudy says, a friend of mine's husband is a hypnotherapist, and he says people often pass wind when they're under. So that wouldn't surprise me at all, because you literally, you go in so deep, your whole body will just relax and release. So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. So there you go. There's a little tip for you. If you're ever going for a hypnotherapy session, make sure you get all your farts out before you go in. There's a little top tip. And I remember that man eating cake in my old house. Oh, do you mean Roy in the kitchen? Is that who you mean, with his porn tash and his double denim? That was in the house in Luggershaw. That one is. Let me know if that's who you mean. Yeah, that's who was you. Yeah, it's quite often that we and funnily enough, actually, like with our children or people within our current lives, if you feel that strong connection to them, and either you don't know why, or your bond is just so strong, it's very likely that you have lived past lives with that person. I know that, well, I know because I've been told by others, but I know that me and Levi my son, have lived many past lives together. And it's quite interesting that I love both of my children equally. And Imogen is an absolute old soul, and she's been here before, and I've definitely been here before with her. But I feel me and Levi have definitely lived out many, many past lives together. And I've got a couple of friends that I would absolutely vouch and say like they've lived past lives with me before. So if you've got someone that, even if you've like not known them very long, but you've got such a connection with them, and it's not necessarily that twin flame or soulmate connection, but they're just you know that you've known them before. That can be really special. The one Sky said, oh yes, yeah, because then she said about the man, and she pointed and like took us up the stairs and everything, and then he wasn't there. And yeah, that was a spooky house. That was a really creepy house. Maybe I should do one night where I talk, like, do ghost stories, and we can indulge a little in that. That'd be quite fun. And maybe you can send in your ghosty pictures, and we can analyze them and see if they're actual ghosty pictures, or if it's just oh, what's the word? I know the word because I tell people it all the time. Pareidolia. So if you don't know what pareidolia is, it's, you know, when you look at something and you see a familiar object in it, or you see a face in it. So quite often on a lot of the groups and that I'm on, people will post pictures and say, oh, can you see a face in my flowers? I think my granddad's come to visit me because this face is in my flowers. And I'm like, it's just pareidolia. Like literally your brain is wired in such a way to make familiar shapes out of things that don't make sense, and that's just the way our brains work. So quite often than not, if you're looking at something and you have to stare really hard and you're like, I'm sure I can see a face in that, then that's probably pareidolia, just like playing tricks on your brain. However, like sometimes you can't deny that there is a figure there in a photograph. So why don't we do that for oh, let me know. Let's do a poll if you want next Tuesday, if you want spirit guides, or if you want to do some ghosty stuff, if you want to do some pictures and bits, and you can send them in for me. That would be interesting. I'll put a poll in the group as well. Oh, goodness me. I am going to go in a minute though, because I realized that I've been on for nearly 2.5 hours, which has been an absolute joy and pleasure to be on with you all. Vicky says ghosts. I've got loads of pictures I could share with you. I don't know if Beth's still watching, but a couple of years ago, we went to Victoria Tunnel in Newcastle just for a history tour because we like the history. And she piped up and told the guy that I was a psychic medium. And then all the way around, he's going, have you got anything? Have you got anything? And I told him stuff at the end, and he sort of said, yeah, we have been told that before. And he confirmed the name that I told him as well and whatnot. And then we got back to the house and we looked at all the pictures, and we've got so much activity in these pictures. It is creepy. But yeah, we can, why don't we do, okay, next week, why don't we do like ghosts and pictures and stories, and then we can talk about places that you've been or situations that you've been in, and let's do that. Let's get a bit spooky next week. Because I do like to do like the deep soul energy work, but you can't beat a bit of a ghost story. Everyone loves a ghost story. You ever had that when you've kind of gone around to someone's house, just like kind of nip round for a bit, and then when you start telling like the ghost stories about that one time when you seen this and that one time when this happened, and everyone loves a ghost story. So let's do that. We'll get down with the ghosts next week. I'm not going to do mediumship. Okay, I'm going to put that out there. I'm absolutely not going to do mediumship next week. But yeah, we'll talk about ghosts next week. So if you've got any, yes, Trudy says find a fire photo. If you've got any pictures where you think you have captured one, or if you've got any stories that you want to share, equally, if you've got like an actual story that you want to tell, and it's quite long to put in the comments, if you feel confident in coming online with me and being on screen to tell it, please do. Okay, because what I'm going to start to do as well is I do want to start getting some guests on my Tuesday night shows and get some kind of guest experts to talk to me and to you about certain topics, but also get people on just for a good old chit chat. So let me know and we'll start getting people on, because that'll be great and it'll be good fun. But just for a recap before I head off, I've got a few bits to show you. Shall I show you my little promo of the Soul Circle? Where's it at? Is it this one? No, there it is. Let's so that is my Soul Circle. You've got, if I find my where's that at? There we go. So if you use the discount code 10OFF in capitals, that'll take £10 off your Soul Circle membership forever. So instead of paying £27, you'll pay just £17 a month. And hello, I can see you. So you'll pay just £17 a month for that, and that'll be forever as long as you're a member, that you'll be paying that £17. And even as Soul Circle grows, you'll still pay that same amount there as well. So don't forget to use the code 10OFF for that Soul Circle membership. And to make it even easier for you, I'm going to put a link in the comments as well for you, so you can get onto that. So that code does expire on the 31st of January. So after that date, as I said before, you won't be able to join the Soul Circle for £17 ever again in your life. So if you want to get on it now while it's nice and cheap. It's cheap, but it's valuable. But the normal price from the 1st of February will go back to £27 a month, and that will go up sort of later on in this year as well as it grows. But that's kind of in that you get your daily affirmations, you get weekly guidance, you get monthly guidance, you get access to my whole meditation library. That gets you 25% off any one-to-ones like healing, readings, anything else. You get 25% off that. And then also you've got access to the hub with all the different bits in there, different Soul Circle members only events, including that monthly Soul Circle members only meditation session, which is going to be fantastic. And yeah, just lots of lovely stuff in there. And you've got the Discord chat app, which is going to be a building community for members to kind of chat privately amongst themselves under different topics and bits, where you can't have any spammers or anything coming, because it's specific to members only. And also equally, if you're already a Soul Circle member but you haven't created your hub account, get on there and do it now, because you're missing out on so much. So if you're just in the Facebook group and you haven't sorted out your hub account yet, get on there and do it, so then you can access everything, and then you can share your affiliate link and start getting your little 10% back off of that as well. So then essentially you can be paying for your membership each month and getting it for free, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? So if you are already a Soul Circle member, if you look in the Facebook group, there is a video on there of how to access your affiliate link, and also about how to get onto the hub as well. So if you need to do that, please crack on and do it. If you're not yet a Soul Circle member, I would love to have you on there. So please don't be shy. Obviously use that code to join, get your £10 off, and the link is in the comments. So I'm going to love you and leave you all tonight. I've been on for quite a while, nearly 2.5 hours, but I made up for it because I wasn't on for that long last week. So it's been an absolute joy. I've done lots and lots of readings tonight as well. So next week we'll be back. We'll be talking about ghosty things and talking about ghosty pictures. So if you do have your pictures, please do send them in. If you do want to come on screen and talk about a story in particular, please do let me know. And I will catch up with you all next week. But in the meantime, keep commenting, keep chatting on the page. Oh my goodness, it's 11:11 p.m. and everyone's saying good night. Look at that. So yeah, lots of love to you all, and I will catch up with you all next Tuesday night at 8:45, if not sooner. So love to you all. Mwah. Take care and night. Where's my thing? There.